Hi, parents and therapists. Let's talk about behavior reduction. Um, this is part of the RBT 40 hours training curriculum. So it's very important for therapists as well as parents to know how to work with behaviors that are problematic and learn how to reduce it. So let's review again the four functions of behavior. So each behavior has a reason or a purpose, and we usually collect data on what happens before and after the behavior to learn about the reason or the function of the behavior. So the first function could be social attention, which means a child is doing the behavior to get something out of his parent. It could be an item, something they like, or just simply to get their attention. Escape. So escaping is basically when you try to give your child a demand or something to do and they try to escape it, so they engage in a problematic behaviors. And usually we reinforce this behavior by taking away the demand. So if you're asking your child to do homework and they start crying and running away, and then you decide to say, okay, fine, you don't have to do your homework now, you're delaying the task, or you're even asking them not to do it at all, and this way they escaped it. So that's the second function of behaviors, to escape something. Tangible goes with also the social attention, because they're trying to get something from you. It could be an edible if you're in the supermarket and your child starts crying to get chocolate and you end up giving him the chocolate, then the behavior of crying is most likely going to be happening again in the future, which means you had to enforce the crying by giving the chocolate. And then finally, the sensory or the automatic one, which means that the child is engaged in some kind of sensory behavior to get some sensory input from it. And that could be seen in kids who flap their hands, jumping, rocking, shaking legs. These are all things that are automatic. Also, you would see them engaging in these behaviors even when no one is around. So it's not a socially mediated behavior, or it's not reinforced by another person. So after you understand the behavior of your child, then you want to start to, manipulate your environment, so then you reduce from this behavior that was, previously reinforced. Okay. All right. So one of the ways to reduce from a behavior is to use extinction. Extinction is a procedure in which reinforcement of a previously reinforced behavior is discontinued. As a result, occurrences of that behavior decrease in the future. So that basically means is that when you have your child crying for candy in the supermarket, and you do give him the candy he wants every time, you're going to start implementing extinction. Extinction will be basically you stopping what you used to do. So you're going to stop giving the candy when the crying happens. And eventually the crying will stop. Not from the first day, but after many occurrences of the child crying and not getting the candy, the crying should stop. So extinction takes time. Also, extinction usually results in something we call behavior burst, and that means the behavior of crying may increase tremendously before it decreases. So you can expect some burst of crying before you see decrease in crying. That's extinction. You're putting something that was reinforced before on extinction, so you're stopping the reinforcement. And it's very important not to confuse extinction with punishment. Now, punishment does reduce the behavior in the future, but usually punishment is when you add or remove a stimulus that results in decreasing the behavior in the future. So you could add shouting, for example, or remove the phone or a tablet from a child as a punishment so then they can stop screaming at their siblings. Okay, however, extinction is when you simply stop providing reinforcement that you used to provide before. So you stop providing a reinforcement after a behavior that was previously reinforced. Also, extinction also results in decrease of the behavior, but as I mentioned, they're usually after an extinction burst or an increase in the behavior, sudden increase in the behavior. So going back to the behavior of crying in the supermarket, the first day you decide not to give the candy, expect a lot of crying. Behavior may even escalate to pushing, kicking, hitting, and as much as you can, try to make the child safe, but do not reinforce it. So that may be something you will see in the first time you decide not to give the candy, or even the first 2 times or 3 times. It depends on the child. But eventually, what we see is a decrease in the behavior if you're using extinction consistently. And if you're using the right kind of extinction. So also it's very important, what we discussed at the beginning is that you really know the function of the behavior. All right, let's talk about examples of extinction. We already gave an example of the supermarket, but let's talk about Jasmine's behavior of going under the desk. So when provided with a reading assignment, she would go under the desk. So if that happens over and over again, we know that now it's reinforced by escape. She's escaping a reading assignment. Now, Jasmine was assigned a para-professional who does not allow her to go under the desk when provided with a reading assignment. So she blocks her from doing that, or maybe they provided a desk that, where she really has no space to go under. When Jasmine tries to do so, the para will hold her chair in place so that Jasmine cannot move it to get up. So she's using a blocking procedure where she cannot really go anywhere. She's not being restricted, but she's not giving the chance to get up and leave. So this is an extinction procedure because previously Jasmine was able to run away from her teacher and go under the desk. Extinction burst could happen within the first few times, as we mentioned. In this case, behavior could be other ways of escaping, such as crying, ripping the assignment, or hitting the para. Okay, so that's expected in the first few times. And we're not saying that it's okay for the child to do that, but it's expected, and that's why we usually prepare for extinction procedures in a way to keep the child safe. And everyone else, of course. Alright, so extinction for the function of attention. Angela tries to get her mom's attention every time the mom is on the phone. Mom provides reinforcement by ending the phone call and talking with Angela. Extinction procedure will be ignoring Angela's crying and continuing the phone conversation. So now she's not giving her the attention when she's crying, because she doesn't want to enforce this kind of behavior anymore. So the extinction burst behaviors may include longer duration of crying, screaming, tantruming, pulling the phone from the mom. Okay, let's do this activity here. So every time Jimmy sees his RBT, Registered Behavior Technician, he goes under the couch and starts crying. His RBT gives him a sticker to calm down. Jimmy's behavior of going under the couch increased and generalized across people. So what is the possible enforcer in this scenario? That could be the stickers. What is the possible function in this scenario? It's either the sticker, which is a tangible, or also the attention. Right now he's he's escaping Jimmy, who is the RBT, so he's escaping from work. He's getting a sticker. So the enforcer is really escaping. I'm sorry, not the sticker. Sticker can also be reinforcing because he knows when he goes under the couch, he will get something, not just escaping. So that could be both functions could play a role here. What should the RBT do as an extinction procedure? Try not to let Jimmy run under the couch. What kinds of initial behaviors might happen as a result of the start of an extinction procedure? This could be screaming and crying, trying to run away. What I would suggest in this scenario is before Jimmy goes under the couch, he should be given a sticker. So, if the RBT comes in, he should give the sticker to Jimmy before Jimmy going under the couch, so then he can pair himself with something that, the child likes, which is the stickers. So here the function are really both things. He's getting something out of going under the couch, which is the stickers and the attention, and also he's getting out of something, probably working with his RBT.